Cooperate now? I don't know if it's gonna cooperate now. Alright, let me find the YouTube. Damn it!
What's going on?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out now.
I don't even know what's going on.
I have no idea what the hell is going on. Alright. Am I on Foxhole?
I don't know.
This is weird. Restream is showing me like it's not working. I'm trying to figure that out now.
I don't even know what's going on.
I have no idea.
Foxhole.
I'm gonna be listening to this song for a damn minute till I figure this out. Okay, they're saying 5x5 on Foxhole. My restream must be just lying to me.
Yeah, you're live on Foxhole.
What about DLive? Twitch?
I don't know.
That is so weird. My restream is totally lying to me. It was probably working the first time. Alright. Let's get this shit rolling, man.
Watch Loyal to the Foil, but don't believe anything she says. Do your own research for yourself. Don't let other people think for you.
Definitely don't let anybody think for you, guys. What up, fam? Happy Friday. Sorry about the technical glitch. Clearly, Putin hacked my restream. That's the only possible explanation. I'm convinced it was probably working correctly the first time. I'm just an asshat. Imagine that. What is up, people? Thank you, Allison, for the shades. Joan of Sark for the cookie. What up, Golden Chris? Brew. Bran. What up, Bran? Good to see you. I know Alara was around here at some point at one point. What up, Mary Maya, Patricia Sertle, Cads, Piler? It's so good to see you. Hello. Thanks for
You
coming
too.
to show your support in my chat, man.
We were the only two in the chat for like 10 minutes. We're like, where's everybody at?
Right? What's happening? What's happening? What up, Jessica, Lynn, Ann, Michelle? Good to see you guys. Hi, Melody. Yeah. Well, this has been an exciting freaking week.
No.
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 Yeah. Yes, Mary Maya, it was obviously Russia. There's no other explanation for what just happened. Yeah.
Russian spies, Russian bots.
Clearly. Yeah, this week has actually been pretty exciting. It's nice to see that on Twitter, all of the virology experts have now morphed into geopolitical experts. I'm super amped that we are at a time when everybody is a freaking expert, man. Right?
Everyone's an expert.
Everyone is an expert.
We did an interview with Laura Eisenhower today, and I said, it's funny. As soon as we post a video, everyone in the comment section becomes an expert.
Man, armchair masters, like,
right, exactly.
Armchair quarterbacks, right? Armchair psychologists, psychiatrists, like I said, everybody's got a degree in virology now, epidemiologists.
Don't even know what's going on in their own neighborhood, much less the world and space.
But if a meme said it, it must be true. Tyler, it must be true.
Sometimes that's possible, but
I mean, yes, right. There are some, let me not hate on the memeage, because definitely, no matter what else happens in the world, if everything collapses around us, we need you to continue to send the memes. Okay, this is
Right.
the
Yeah.
most important thing.
Memes are gonna revive us
Yes, right. It'll
when we
be
devolve back into the caves. Memes are gonna bring us back.
memes will bring us back, right? It'll show us our history and teach us truth from falsehood. I'm convinced. Thank you, Life of Brian, for the shades. Much love to you.
Speaking of falsehood, can you play that video?
Guys, this is totally legit footage. I want you to see it here first.
You
Okay.
have to play it a couple times and point out what they're supposed to see.
I'm just gonna show it first with no context. Okay, no context, guys. Just take a look here. This is absolutely true footage right here. One more time. One more time. Here we go.
Can you make it bigger?
People fleeing. Uh-oh. I was gonna say, oh shit, I clicked on something, right? So as you can see, guys, there are people with burlap sacks fleeing these nice,
Wait, play it again. Play it, keep playing.
yeah, I'll play it.
Because they have to know what they're looking at.
Right, these nice high tech tanks here. That guy's whole life just got wrecked. Okay, let's look at him one more time. Let's see that again. Where is he? There he is. Look at that. Just flopping all around in the wind, right?
That's a rag doll.
Right,
what
they're
we're
all in
looking at-
babushkas and shit. Look, nice 1920s. Nobody's got a backpack, right? We've got boxes.
Right. It's like
Right.
it's like they're they either used a time machine and we're getting footage from a 1940s war,
hmm hmm
or I mean, look at the tank. That guy that flies in the air
Right.
is literally a
Right.
rag doll.
Okay, here's the thing though, guys. Okay, now the tweet says the absolute state of the stage foot. This has to be satire. Like this is clearly from some movie or something. Like I don't think this. I don't know if this was being presented as truth or what is going on here. But I was just telling Tyler, guys. Like seriously, like I know a lot of you guys are on this train, like this is all propaganda, man. It's not really happening. They're just pushing the fear, right? Let me be the first person to tell you. There is propaganda. There's propaganda coming on both sides, for sure. The shit with Russia and Ukraine is absolutely happening. All right? Putin is just that guy, right? He's just that guy. It's absolutely happening. But yeah, the babushkas and the ragdoll guy, I don't know.
Right. So yeah, there's the theory that all the footage we're seeing is fake footage and whatever, which we are seeing some fake footage.
Yeah, of
and
course.
That's always part of any. We saw the same thing with the virus. We're seeing the same thing now. But I feel intuitively, and it just makes sense. I mean, I don't know. I just know something. It's happening. Like some of that footage, you watch it and you like, oh damn, you can feel the energy behind it. That was fake as fuck. What we just watched. Like
It was definitely from a movie. If somebody
Yeah.
did try to push this, that is hysterical because they did that full well knowing, right?
right, yeah.
Yeah, they did that like, watch this shit. Let's see how many people we can get to believe this tripe, right? And then they clipped it and put it up there, and
Right.
people were like, oh my god, either they believed it was real or they were like, look at the fake footage they're pushing. Like,
Ferris wheel incident.
Ferris wheel incident, man. Ferris wheel incident, for
That's
sure.
funny.
Hey,
No way
Golden
you
Crisp.
know
Good to
that.
see you. AP. Joyful June. Yes, I keep sending out notifications. It happened the other day too when I did my drug video. People got like 85 notifications for that. What up, Yuvonda? I thought I'd rock one of the purple Yuvonda wands today.
I got the gold one.
Yep, gold wands. All about Yuvonda wands. Go
Amber.
check out her site. Yeah, that's it, definitely Amber. Her Etsy is in my description below. Uh yeah, Ferris
Did I
wheel
tell you this?
incident.
Did I tell the story what my niece tried to do on the show
Oh
last
no,
week?
but I don't think so. You did tell me.
Yeah. So Yolanda, my niece fell in love with the other wand that you sent me, the blue one. So I gave it to her and told her it was a fairy wand. And I told my sister, I was like, make sure she takes care of this. This isn't a toy. I really like make sure she holds on to it. And so she got home and she was waving the wand and making this noise and pointing at the wall. And my sister said she walked straight into the wall and ran into the wall. And she goes, "What were you doing, Lucy?" She goes, "I was trying to make the wall clear so I can go through, but it didn't work." Uh, so
Just a
sorry,
little more focus,
the
niece. A little
wands,
more.
the wands do not work, guys.
Yes,
They're
they do.
no,
They
I'm
they
joking.
they will let you walk through the walls, man, if you just
They
think hard
will.
enough.
Right,
Telling you,
right.
telling you. What up, Visions by Anna? Good to see you. Up three. Jimmy James, film from Dr. Zhivago. It might have been. I don't know. I don't know where that was from, but that
Right.
was that was
But
pretty.
but when I gave her the wand, you would have thought I was giving her she was
I
opening a
bet she
treasure chest.
she was like,
She was just she was
right.
enamored by it. Yeah, it was just like,
This is the
whoa.
greatest thing, I swear. Right on her way to Hogwarts. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, she
Exactly.
was trying. Yeah. Well, she had just got done that day building a fairy house, a fairy
Oh,
whatever
I
it
mean,
might.
yeah, fairy's got to have a
Yeah.
house, cave, fairy sanctum, right?
Right, yeah. Whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Um no, I don't need a replacement. This one will suffice. Tell her to keep practicing. Yeah, I will.
Oh, thanks,
Um
Karen Caldwell. Yeah, man. Before I get into the
Fairy garden. That's
questions,
the word I was looking for.
fairy
Fairy
garden.
garden.
Fairies
That's what.
would live in gardens. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Before we get into the questions, guys, real quick, especially for those watching on Foxhole, our friend First Branch is asking for a little bit of help. His little brother had a mild stroke on Monday. He's in the hospital. There are some problems. There is a GoFundMe linked here. So if you, let me see if I can grab it without, I'm going to drop it in the chats. If you guys are able to help, you know, I'm sure a few bucks would be great. Anything you can do. Much love to you all. All right.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
Did you ever play that footage I sent you of the naked people walking around Dubai?
Oh no, I totally forgot about that. I do
Right.
have it on my Instagram. I don't know if you guys remember, we were talking about should we play it? I'm
Uh,
scared to click on things.
let's play it. Let's play it at the end.
Okay, I'll see if I can grab it at the end. Yeah, the naked people
Yeah.
in
This way we don't
Dubai.
lose anything
It
now. Yeah.
it was wild. It was wild.
It's worth
Um,
it's worth showing, and I think it's pretty rare footage because I don't I don't see it anywhere else on the internet.
I bet they scrubbed it as quickly as humanly possible.
Right.
Right? All right. Well,
I'm starting with a question tonight.
okay, okay. Yes, sir. You do the damn thing.
Here we go.
Here we go.
On a scale of 1 to drunk, how 10 am I? No.
Drunk as shit, dude.
Yeah.
Drunk as shit. Right?
Um,
Yes, naked people.
the radical Westboro Church in Kansas claims on its website that Barack Obama is actually what? A lizard. B, the Antichrist. C, the second coming. Or D, a robot.
Oh, I was expecting something totally different. What up,
I
Hugapug? Good
know,
to
I
see
know
ya.
you were. That's why I was surprised
Hmm,
when I went to the
hmm,
website. So
hmm.
the radical Westboro Church in Kansas claims on its website that Barack Obama is actually a what? A lizard. B, the Antichrist. C, the second coming. D, a robot.
I know the answer is always lizard, but I'm going with Antichrist just because it is a church.
We got B, 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 B. Not drunk. He's not grinning. I'm definitely not drunk. So we have
See,
answers all
nobody's.
across the board except for
Nature lover says lizard. The answer is usually lizard, guys. Yeah, and Alara says he's a lizard. Clearly, good to see you,
for sure.
wingman.
So the answer is actually B, the
Of
Antichrist.
course, of course.
So what happened was
What had
I was
happened was.
there wasn't a whole lot on this conspiracy besides this group of people just based on their observations think that there's a whole library, a whole laundry list of things why they think he's the Antichrist, which I agree. A lot of people claim that, not just
Yeah.
them. But when I went to the actual website to see for myself, I typed in Westboro Church,
Right.
website, and it's not westborochurch.com like you would think. The name of the website is godhatesfags.com. And this is the website for Westboro Church in Kansas. And I literally couldn't believe that I was reading this.
Tell them how tell the people how the Westboro Baptist Church describes itself on its website.
Westboro Baptist Church is an American hyper Calvinist hate group. It is known for engaging in inflammatory, homophobic, and anti-American pickets, as well as hate speech against atheists, Jews, Muslims, transgender people, and numerous Christian denominations. That's how they describe
It's like
themselves.
not a church at all, man.
No,
That's,
no,
I
but
hope
it's
they're
a
not getting tax exemptions for this these shenanigans here. Yeah, and he is still a lizard though, Jimmy. Yeah,
right,
he's definitely
right.
still a
So
lizard, right?
it's no surprise this group thinks that he is the Antichrist,
Yeah, not a
but
surprise at all.
he's also a lizard.
Yeah, obviously. Obviously, right? Okay. I got a good one for you. I got a good one for you. What famous astronaut told late night host Conan O'Brien that Americans didn't watch footage of the moon landing and instead watched an animation? True story. Was it A, Neil Armstrong, B, Yuri Gagarin, C, John Glenn, or D, Buzz Aldrin?
I'm gonna go with D.
Let me read the question one more time. What famous astronaut told late night host Conan O'Brien that Americans did not watch footage of the moon landing and instead watched an animation? All right, imagine that. Was it A, Neil Armstrong, B, Yuri Gagarin, C, John Glenn, or D, Buzz Aldrin?
That would be D.
Oh, frightening me said we saw the meme on your screen. Damn it, man. So I gave it away. All right. All right. Yes, guys, it was Buzz. It was Buzz. And just so you know, yeah, just to show you, this is wild. Tyler, I know you won't be able to see this for a second, but here we go. Listen to this shit.
Let's talk about this because this is fascinating. I remember very clearly, I think anybody who was alive at the time does. I remember my parents waking me up and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon.
No,
which
you
was
didn't. No, you didn't.
What?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation. So you associated what you saw with...
I have very hazy
I
memories.
know.
Okay.
So that's a legal name. Pass.
Let's talk about this.
Huh? That's crazy, right? He clearly said we watched animation. What up, Keystone? Good to see you. Greg.
They covered this in the Inside Job on Netflix. That
Ooh,
cartoon.
Did they now?
I forgot what did they say about Buzz Aldrin? Like he's just like a placeholder. He's been keeping a lid on this secret for a long time. But as far like so they say we actually did go to the moon, but he's telling people we didn't.
That's what frightening me was just said. He also told a little girl on TV we didn't go to the moon.
Right, but he really so we like they're paying him to tell people we didn't go when we really did. Like I don't know. It's all conspiracy, right?
Well, okay, so guys, as far as the moon landing goes, you guys remember that in like 2006, NASA said that nobody could find the original video recordings, right?
Yeah, they lost all the files and everything. Yeah.
How, man? How?
That's all you need to stop right there. Look no further. You already know that what comes after that is bullshit.
Right? How? Okay, so then in 2009, NASA released what they called a digital makeover of the original landing footage that somehow clarified the blurry and grainy images of these guys on the surface of the moon. Okay, you lose the footage, but then you release some kind of revamped footage. Come on, man. So what I thought was crazy is apparently the National Science and Media Museum were discussing the Apollo 11 broadcast on their website. They literally said many broadcasters used simulations to flesh out their Apollo programming. Networks paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for scale models of Apollo command modules and rockets, and during the broadcast, they were used to create simulations of the mission, which were then intercut with real footage, right? They go on to say the thing to remember is what news was like in the late 1960s, not 24-hour continuous coverage, said Margaret Whitenkamp, who was chair of the Space History Department at the Smithsonian, right? The coverage of that trip needed to be explained to the public without the ability of the continuous relay video that we're now used to, which is crazy to me. And she went on to say that animations would have been part of this usage, right?
Right. Remember the movie I told you about, Operation Avalanche or Project Avalanche? Something Avalanche.
Something with an avalanche.
It's about it's a movie about a documentary being made about the moon landing.
I do
But
remember you telling me to watch
yeah.
this.
So
Okay.
what it is the CIA sends moles into NASA to collect data on the moon landing. And anyway, the long story short, they ended up their moles act as filmmakers. So NASA thinks they're making a documentary on the moon landing. They actually end up faking the footage and making a film and using their film equipment to fake the footage instead. It's whatever. It's very interesting. It's, I don't know, I'm sure there's a lot of disclosure in it. I guarantee it's not entirely accurate, but definitely makes you think.
But they get so mad at people like, oh, damn conspiracy theorists saying the moon landing was fake. Like,
Right.
what do you want people to believe? Like, I mean, how do you expect people to believe, this narrative that you're pushing? Like, it's crazy, man. You got freaking Buzz Aldrin like literally saying like, no, you didn't. You watched an animation. Right? I just
Right.
thought that was crazy. Dennis Lindsay said it was real animated footage. Yes, it was real animated footage, I guess.
Well, you just got, who knows? You got William Tompkins, who says he was watching a feed over in LA where it was an entirely different feed than what was being played for the public, like the real feed. And he like drew what he saw and explained that's where all those UFOs were on the edge of the crater and whatever. That's where that story comes from. So you just have to, basically at this point, you just choose what to believe.
Right?
Just feel whatever feels right to you. Just make it up. Now all knowledge is parodying the programming that you have. So
Well, thank God we live in a post-truth society where we can just choose whatever we want to believe, and that makes
right.
it true. If we believe it,
Right.
it must be true, right? That's how this works. What up, Aaron Moriarty? Good to see you.
All right. I have a lot of China questions.
I'm all about it.
A 2011 conspiracy states that my own typo. A 2011 conspiracy states that China built a mock-up of which major U.S. city in the Gobi Desert? A, Washington, D.C., B, Los Angeles, C, New York, D, Las Vegas. The 2011 conspiracy theory states that China built a mock-up of which major U.S. city in the Gobi Desert?
B.
L.A.?
L.A.
La La Land?
That is my bestest guestest. Right?
Did I?
Oh, Frightening Me says SpaceX was originally Space Exploration Technologies, aka SET, Set, the Egyptian god of the underworld. Not a surprise, sir. Hey, Wonder Mod. Thank you.
SpaceX, aka Dog and Pony Show.
Right.
Well, I mean, just the thought of them still using conventional methods to try and get to space, and they're exploding on the launch pad and all this stuff, like literally a repeat of history. Like the people still falling for it. I feel sad for them. So what are people guessing?
Man, we got LA, DC, let's see, AD, all over the board here, man. Vegas.
Right. So it is Washington, D.C.
I thought it it was LA.
No.
It's DC was the most obvious answer, so that naturally I couldn't have guessed that. I swear I thought it was LA. Tell me about this.
So they claim that the mysterious, so from above it was noticed from a satellite image that the layout of these lines look exactly these lines and these structures. Somebody matched it up and it's like, oh, this is the same layout of DC. And then well, I don't want to read all this. Let me find the good stuff.
You know, China has built mock, like there's a mock Paris over there.
Right.
They have built multiple U.S. cities to live in over there.
Says some conspiracy theorists claim that the mysterious tangle of lines are a match for the street layout of Washington, D.C., and the structures are part of war games for a Chinese invasion on the United States.
Dun, dun, dun.
Others suggest that the structures were weapons testing sites or messages to aliens. But the official explanation is they are merely calibration targets for spy satellites, and the structures are to be used as instruments for weather tracking and high altitude atmospheric research.
Yeah, okay.
That's a word salad for the explanation. Or that's where Biden is operating out of, the mock-up DC in China.
Ooh, maybe, right? Maybe.
I would not, that would not even surprise me if something like that were the case.
Right. I know that I saw a Paris, I've seen a Vegas that they built that people and apparently it's too expensive for the Chinese people to live in these cities that they built, and like most of them are 90% uninhabited. Like it's crazy.
Right. Yeah.
I know. No, I didn't say Paris was a U.S. city up 3. I said they built Paris and multiple U.S. cities. I know. I promise. That's funny. I thought about that too. De Havilland says they have an aircraft carrier they drag around the desert. Yes, I have no doubt about that. Right. Frightening Me said he's at Tyler Perry's mock White House there in Georgia.
Could be. It could be at all kinds.
Tyler Perry Studios. Dun, dun, dun.
Could be. I think he's just bouncing around whatever's available, wherever they can afford rent.
Right. Rent. Right.
Your lease is up, Mr. President. You're gonna have to go over to Castle Rock.
You got to go. Right.
Yeah.
Got to go. Okay. All right. Everybody should know this one, right? In October of 2021, who predicted a giant war in February?
Oh, I know this.
Right? Was it A, Donald Trump, B, Klaus Schwab, C, Xi Jinping, or D, Alex Jones?
I'm going to go with D.
Final answer? You sure?
Final answer.
It could be Klaus. It could be Klaus.
It could be Klaus. Probably all of them.
Right.
But one of them just did it. One of them just verbalized it.
A giant war in February. Right? Let's see. Nobody's going to guess Xi Jinping? Anybody?
Xi Jinping.
Yeah, I thought it seemed legit. Right? No, yeah. Of course it was Alex. Of course it was Alex, because Alex Jones was right. Alex Jones is right all of the time, man.
He's right more than he's wrong.
Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy? Yeah. So
right.
A prediction that he made last October that there would be a giant war in February is obviously extremely accurate considering Russia's attack on Ukraine. They say that after discussing how he had been talking to sources inside the military-industrial complex, he made the prediction on October 21st of last year. He said, "We're looking at a giant war in February right now. Currently, that's the projection with the top people on the earth right now who claim they're not with the New World Order combine. It's war in February." That's exactly what he said. Right?
Well, yeah, they had to wait for the Olympics to be over. That was an easy prediction.
Right?
They literally did wait for the Olympics to be over.
Right?
To start. No, I'm not joking. Like if you It's hilarious. It's all planned. Everything's fabricated.
Man. And he went, he said, this is the type of time like right before World War I, right before World War II, when everything kicks off. Right. I
Yeah.
mean, was there ever any doubt that like after the whole Corona craziness that there would be some sort of war? Like that seemed blatantly obvious to me. Like anytime there's some mass catastrophe, it's always followed by war, which
Well, I like what Daryl James said on our show the other night. His CO, his commanding officer in the Navy, was giving him a bunch of information of stuff of what's going on right now, whatever. And he said that the cabal had a 30-year plan to do everything, to implement everything that we're seeing being pushed now within 2 years. Basically, he said there's an opposing force, the Alliance, the White Hats, or whatever, that are forcing them to basically waste all their ammo within 2 years instead of extending it and spreading it out over 30 years. So right now, actually, it's a good thing. We're just seeing everything
oh
sped
wow,
up.
yeah, good,
We're seeing it all sped up right now, and
fantastic.
it took a 30-year plan, shrank it down to a 2-year plan, and that's why everything's so fucking chaotic, because they're just throwing
Just
everything
30
they got.
years of fucktastrophe just jammed
Right,
into a
in two
couple of
years.
years, right? It's
Yeah.
crazy. Oh yeah, I did forget the commercial, Jordan. Sure did, sure did. But speaking of that, I do have something I want to show you guys that I think that you'll appreciate. So, along the lines of Alex Jones was right. My friend, your friend Severe, uh, made a video that ended up on InfoWars, which is awesome. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I'm gonna let it play. Tyler, let me make it so you can. I'm gonna make it big and I'm gonna make it so you can hear because this is
Hmm.
freaking awesome.
I'll just mute my mic and play it on YouTube. Go ahead.
There you go. All right, guys, check this out. For those of you that haven't seen it, this is awesome. This is your boy Severe with Alex Jones was right.
For the longest, man, I tried to tell you Alex Jones was right. If we're going down, we ain't going down without a fight. But we ain't going down, the globalists are going down, that's right. You can see into the future watching Alex Jones tonight. Alex Jones was right, yeah, Alex Jones was right. Alex Jones was right, yeah, Alex Jones was right. Alex Jones was right, yeah, Alex Jones was right. Alex Jones was right, yeah, Alex Jones was right. There's a war on for your mind, it's time to win it. All facts, Alex Jones was right from the beginning. History repeats itself as the world is spinning. Put your faith in God while half the world is sinning. Every single institution pushing the injection. 2 years ago, Alex said it's not for your protection. COVID was a quote, they used to cheat the election. We're at the point now, it's down to natural selection. Global IDs disguised as a passport. You didn't listen then, now you get what you asked for. You try to tell y'all how long this would last for. We're living in the future, what you living in the past. For the longest, man, I tried to tell you Alex Jones was right. If we're going down, we ain't going down without a fight. But we ain't going down, the globalists are going down, that's right. You can see into the future watching Alex Jones tonight. Alex Jones was right, yeah, Alex Jones was right. Alex Jones was right, yeah, Alex Jones was right. Alex Jones was right, yeah, Alex Jones was right. Alex Jones was right, yeah, Alex Jones was right. Man, Alex Jones was right about it all years ago. He connected the dots to the cabal. He tried to warn us all before we all let it fall. But Biden is a puppet that the globalists installed. All Alex tried to tell you was to open up your eyes. And if you do it too, you can see right through the lies. He tried to tell you that the COVID is a disguise, a veil that hides the design the globalists devise. If you didn't listen then, you should probably pay attention. They're dumbing down the masses and decaying this dimension. They aren't human, these are demons slaying our ascension. Good wins against evil while they pray for our detention. For the longest, man, I tried to tell you Alex Jones was right. If we're going down, we ain't going down without a fight. But we ain't going down, the globalists are going down, that's right. You can see into the future watching Alex Jones tonight. Alex Jones was right, yeah, Alex Jones was right. Alex Jones was right, yeah, Alex Jones was right. Alex Jones was right, yeah, Alex Jones was right. Alex Jones was right, yeah, Alex Jones was right.
The globalists are testing right now our response to see if they can lock us down. And then if we lock down properly, then they're going to release the real bio version that'll then start wiping out even more. So this is a
Yeah, buddy. That's that fire right there. Video done by my friend Laura QAnon. It was awesome. I hope you guys appreciate that there in the YouTube chat. I don't know how often you guys get to see that stuff, but Severe is definitely fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad to be able to promote his stuff here while I'm promoting things. Guys, if you like my content, you can donate directly at loyal2thefoil.com or my Cash App is listed in the description below. Gold Pill love is appreciated. Thank you so much. And that's about all for that. Yeah.
Y- if Alex wasn't such an insane extremist and he knew how to present his information in
I
a
like it.
professional fashion.
No, I no 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 no. No. I
But here's
don't
the
want
thing.
professional
I know,
Alex.
but that's the irony. What I'm getting at is like a lot more people might listen to him, but at the same time, maybe not. It takes insanity like that to get a platform like that to be heard. It's more whoever is giving him a stage right now is making money off of the views because he's entertaining. So when he and the fact that he's red pilling people with such not such insane claims, they don't even care. It's funny. There's like a weird irony there. But if he was boring and professional about it, he would have never got to
Oh,
stage.
like I couldn't. I don't want to hear like I don't want to see like Alex in a suit like. And today, right?
Right.
We
Nobody
determined
does.
that
Yeah.
Berkeley was doing experiments with atrazine that
I want to see
turned
his
the freaking frogs gay. I want to hear him freak out
I want to see
like
his
they're turning the
veins
freaking
pop out of
frogs
his
gay.
neck.
Yes,
Yeah.
all that. All that. I want him to look like he's been on a 10-day bender and he comes in all crazy telling me what I need to know. That's what I want to hear,
All right. Whose turn is it? Mine? Yeah.
right? Yeah,
It
it's
is
got to be your
Alex
turn.
Jones.
Your turn. Your turn.
All right. Here we go. Conspiracy theorist Gordon Duff claims that China's off-world allies have activated a sentient nano substance inhabiting oceanic oil deposits,
Ooh.
which is able to attack humans and cripple ships. The end game is the creation of a genetic weapon designed to do what? I'll read that one more time. I know that was a lot.
Okay.
Conspiracy theorist Gordon Duff claims that China's off-world allies have activated a sentient nano substance inhabiting oceanic oil deposits, which is able to attack humans and cripple ships. The end game is the creation of a genetic weapon designed to do what? A. Cripple the oil mining industry. B. Alter the DNA of humans as the beginning stages of an evolutionary cycle, which would turn us into what we know as the Greys. C. Kill everyone that isn't of Asian descent. D. Make China unstoppable in the Olympics.
It's obviously D. It's obviously D. What up, Tree Wade? Yes, guys, sentient black goo. Uh, I don't know. Turn us into the Greys?
Right. So sentient nano substance inhabiting oceanic oil deposits sounds like a long way of saying black goo.
Yeah, it's sentient black goo, man.
Right.
But if China did it, what would they? Let's see. Maybe it is. Maybe it is to kill everybody that's not of Chinese descent.
Now, this is only according to conspiracy theorist Gordon Duff.
Well, if it's only according to him, then.
Oh, hang on, I got a spam risk calling me.
Uh-oh.
I should have answered it on the air.
You should have answered that on the air.
Damn, that would have been fun.
Right?
Remember that time I answered one when I was talking to you, and we asked for the person's address because he was asking for my address.
He got
I was
upset.
like, "Tell me your address," and
Right.
he gave me his address,
and it was some wrong house. Yeah.
It was like a mansion
in LA or something. Yeah.
It was.
Right.
He actually gave us the information. That was funny.
That's great.
So the answer is C. Kill everyone who isn't of Asian descent.
Wow, makes good sense to me, I guess.
That's why it's China's off-world allies.
Right.
That have activated it. Let me see what it says about. I think I have some literature on this.
I mean, to be fair, there's a lot going on with tailored genetic weaponry, right?
Right. So I'll just read. There's actually more to it than just a conspiracy. I'll read the whole thing. Conspiracy theorist Gordon Duff claims that in 2010, a Chinese nuclear submarine launched an ICBM skyward from a point just off the coast of LA. Duff claims this launch was part of a demonstration of new technology given to the Chinese military by a hostile alien force. China has been given invincible military technology by its alien allies to initiate a massive invasion of the United States.
Ooh.
He also claims China's off-world allies have activated a sentient nano substance inhabiting oceanic oil deposits, which is able to attack human and cripple ships. The end game is the creation of a genetic weapon designed to kill everyone who isn't Mongol, or in other words, of Asian descent. Another theorist, Michael Dargeville, has a more positive spin on things. He claims that the Earth is currently surrounded by a fleet of friendly aliens from the Galactic Federation
Oh, well, thank
who have,
God.
who have neutralized Russian and American nuclear arsenals to give China and India military control of the planet. So the Galactic Federation is working with China and India, according to him.
Oh,
Uh,
well.
he also claims that the Galactic Federation wants to turn the city of Chengdu in the Sichuan province into a provisional world capital, citing UFO sightings over Chongqing Airport as evidence that the Federation is trying to force China to reveal its knowledge of extraterrestrials.
Oh, well, I'm sold. Seems completely legit to me. Right?
Right. None of it does,
China
actually.
and India. Oh, yeah, okay. Alrighty
Like,
then. Sounds like
I
a plan,
love it.
man.
I love these theories. Like, come on now.
Right?
Like, all
I
these,
love conspiracy theories in general. Like, this
of
shit is
all the
great, man.
of all the Galactic Federation stuff, the fact that now people are saying, "Oh, they're siding with China and India." Like,
Hey,
come on. Like, if there's a
hey.
Galactic Federation, you would think it would be like for the betterment of the human race,
No,
not
no.
China.
China and India, man. That's it.
Uh,
That's it. That's it. That's all. Right? Uh, that's right, Keystone. Right? And Amelia, if you can pass, man. If you can pass,
if
right?
I'm not Asian, but people think I
Yeah,
am. Yeah.
if you can pass, that's all that matters, man. Right? Um, all right. I got a good one for you. What 1990s toy was alleged to have led to multiple suicides? Hmm? Okay. What
I think
1990s toy was alleged to have led to multiple suicides?
I think I know this actually.
Okay. All right. Was it A, Tamagotchi, B, Furby, C, Beanie Babies, or D, Polly Pocket?
Nope. What I thought is not on the list. I'm gonna go with Tamagotchi.
Okay. Okay. Final answer?
Yeah, it
What
seems
up,
like I
Navy
might have
vet?
read some. I feel like I might have read something about that at one point.
Classical chick, good to see ya. My Foxhole fam. What up, Rokfin peeps? Twitch, DLive, I can't see you, but I'm sending you my love. Yuvonda says Furbies. Man, if anything was going to cause somebody to kill themselves, it was definitely an effing Furby. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Right? And we got Beanie Babies. Maybe. Could be. Seems legit, right? Let's see. So the answer is Tamagotchi.
I knew it.
Right? Tamagotchi. Let me tell you, after I saw this, um, so I literally had to go onto Amazon and order a Tamagotchi. I
Yes.
felt compelled to have one. All
You
right.
can't keep one of those things alive if you have a life.
Listen. So,
You can't.
man, right? It's very difficult. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Yes, because you can kill your digipet. Yes, exactly. So, for
Right.
those of you that don't remember, or I doubt that I have people that are too young to remember the Tamagotchi thing, but so this was a digital pet on like a little keychain thing,
Hmm.
right? And it was designed to simulate like the life cycle of a creature from birth to death. Like you had to feed it, you had to clean up its shit, you had to play with it, like you had to
You had to.
be.
Yeah, you had to literally hatch it
Yeah, it
first.
had to exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. The egg appears on the screen and then it
Right. Yeah.
hatches and like, and like
You had to nest with the egg. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
right. You had to like literally keep it alive, right? But I mean, I
but
don't.
if you got your Tamagotchi taken away from you in school, then when you got it back, it was
It
dead.
was dead, right?
Yeah. And
Thanks,
then
Jay Brewskis, for the cookie. Right, it was dead. You were crushed. You were like, damn it.
and
Right?
then you had to start over, and then you get distracted by something else, and this poor thing would just keep dying every
Die,
day.
right? And it would beep at you and like it was all sad and sick
It
looking and it
amazed
would
me that
puke on the screen and stuff.
yeah, it amazed me that my friends who could keep it alive for so long. I'm like,
Man, like
whoa.
you guys are excellent parents now. Whoever you were, you're the best parents on the planet now, right?
Right, that's what they needed in the parenting class in high school,
Damn
not the
Tamagotchis,
dolls.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, not that crying baby shit. Give them a
yeah.
Tamagotchi. If they can keep that alive, right, then you are ace, right? Um, it's funny because the old ones did not have a pause button, which
Well, why did? Sorry, Go ahead.
Well, the old ones didn't have a pause button. So like you said, like I mean schools were banning them because kids would take
Yeah.
them and like literally that'd be all that they were doing, right? So stories began to circulate of people taking their own lives over the loss of their Tamagotchi, right? And other virtual pets. There was and this is from the website says, one man cut his wrists when the Tamagotchi family line came to an end after 4 generations. He somehow managed to get 4 generations of Tamagotchi and then they died. He was crushed and killed himself. A girl allegedly hung herself after her parents grounded her and took her Tamagotchi away, and then it died. She was crushed, right? I mean, there are like hundreds of these stories that were popping up, like, urban legends on the internet, right? A lot of teenage kids, but like, apparently there were some, like, not suicides, but deaths attributed to Tamagotchis too. Like this was actually in the news. In 1998, there was a French driver in Marseille that ran down and killed a cyclist because her Tamagotchi was on her keychain and was beeping. So she bends down to care for it while she's driving and just ran somebody over. Right? So, right? Like
It
what?
kills me.
Like what?
Yeah.
Oh man, right? It's hooked to your keychain. I mean, back in the day, like there's no keyless car. Like you had to bend down and get it and trying to
Right.
drive and like just running
Well, then there
people
was
over.
another one. Was it a Digipet? There was like a
Digipets, like
competing brand or something, right?
yeah, but it's not, nothing was as cool as the actual Tamagotchi, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I literally ordered a
You,
Tamagotchi because I don't
uh,
have an Amazon problem at all. Not at all.
we should remake it, but instead you have to raise Biden and clean up his shit.
Clean up his shit, keep him from wandering off and
Right.
starting
Yeah.
nuclear wars and shit. Wouldn't that be great? Biden Gotchi? Like,
Oh my God, you could actually make a simulation
right?
game like that.
Wouldn't that be something? You gotta wipe the applesauce off his chin and shit.
Right.
That'd be something, man.
Oh no, emergency. Change his outfit before he leaves the Vatican.
Right, right. Keep him from calling Vladimir Putin names and shit. Like there'd be so
Yeah.
much you could do. Florida girl
Oh,
for oh,
dude.
you don't remember Tamagotchis?
I mean,
What?
we're literally watching a video game play out every day. It's like,
Every day.
oh,
Oh, Tree Wade says she still has her original one.
I had one for the longest time. I actually might still have one floating around, to be perfectly honest, if I dug out all my old stuff.
There you go. Now Furbies were cool. Remember Furbies would have to learn English by listening to you talk?
Mm-hmm.
Like that was creepy. That was creepy. And there were reports that like I this is something I should have brought up too. Like paranormal reports of the things that they would just start talking like
Yeah,
on their
yeah.
own, like
I've heard
weird
that
stuff.
with a number of talking dolls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buddy.
I just watched, I finally watched the latest Ghostbusters movie just because I had to.
Wait,
Uh,
the chick one?
no, the
Oh, I was
one,
say God forbid.
Afterlife, the
Oh,
one with the,
I've yet to see that.
original cast. And right in that movie, there's this little kid. He calls himself Podcast, and he has a podcast about conspiracy theorists. And when he meets the main character, he starts telling her how the world is ran by lizard people and all these,
Hey,
and the whole. I'm like, here it is again, right here. They slip it in there.
all the
Uh,
how come there are a lot of movies with like conspiracy theory podcasters in it now. Like what was the one, the Godzilla one or the King Kong one recently that had the conspiracy theory podcaster in it?
yeah. King
There
Kong. I
there
think
are
it
like
was Godzilla versus King Kong. Yeah.
yeah, there are multiple
Which was
movies now that are the whole fate of the
Gigapet.
world.
Gigapet
Gigapet,
was the other one. That was
Gigapet,
the other one. Yeah, Gigapet
right,
and Tamagotchi.
right.
All right, here we go.
Oh, I loved Glowworm Golden Crisp. Glowworm was great.
Back in China.
Oh, back in China.
On October 11th, 2019, in China,
In
a
China.
meteorite exploded in the sky just after midnight, causing an intense flash that made the night sky bright as day. Conspiracy theorists believe that the meteorite delivered what from space?
Ooh.
A flesh-eating bacteria. B, an ancient tablet containing the history of the universe. C, an alien mineral that would eventually replace the need for oil. Or D, COVID-19.
Hmm.
On October 11th, 2019, in China, a meteorite exploded in the sky just after midnight, causing an intense flash that made the night sky bright as day. Conspiracy theorists believe that the meteorite delivered what from space? A flesh-eating bacteria. B, an ancient tablet containing the history of the universe. C, an alien mineral that would eventually replace the need for oil. Or D, COVID-19.
I don't know. I want to go with some sort of flesh-eating bacteria, like some necrotizing fasciitis, some sort of horrible thing, but maybe it is the Rona. I mean, this is according to conspiracy theorists, right? Yeah, that's right, frightening me. October of 2019. Maybe it is the Rona. Alara
The
wants a
answer,
glowworm. I see.
the answer is COVID-19.
Of course. Of course it
Yeah.
came from space, guys. Right? That way nobody can be in trouble for that shit.
And there is not much to that theory besides that. Like
I wonder if
it,
the Galactic Federation that's now aligned with China sent
right,
the Rona,
right,
right?
to kill the rest of the world.
Maybe we should start a new conspiracy and say that
Um,
dilithium crystals. Yeah, clearly, obviously, that's what they sent.
but it's this got so popular that they had to actually scientists actually had to come out and tell you why this wasn't possible.
It didn't come from space, people.
Right. Scientists say this is unlikely since the meteor did not land on the ground. Even if it did, they do not think the virus could have survived the extreme temperature of the landing. Meteors that do not burn up in the atmosphere can reach up to 1200 degrees Fahrenheit by the time they touch the ground. That is more than enough to kill the virus several times over. Debunked. Sorry, guys, it did not come from space.
It obviously came from space, man.
There is a photograph of this. Actually, it was caught on somebody's dash, and it's a massive fireball. Like, it's crazy. If you saw this thing hit, you'd be like, holy shit.
I believe it. I believe it.
I don't know how it didn't hit the ground if this is a legitimate photo, which it appears to be.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Oh yeah, the X-Files Spartan virus. That's right. Maybe. Now I do think maybe it came from space. That's crazy, man. I don't know. Yeah, how do you not know what a who didn't know what a cloud watcher? Glowworm was awesome. You could snuggle it and it would light up.
Oh yeah, the glowworms. Yeah,
Glowworms were cool.
I
right?
liked my Stretch Armstrong, who would eventually harden up and he would break and the sap would come out and it would destroy the carpet. It literally ruined the carpet. My mom got pissed at me. And then he had the dog.
Yeah. Oh, Alara said Teddy Ruxpin. Yeah, Teddy Ruxpin was cool. You could put any kind of tape in there and he would say the whatever's look like he was saying.
Man, Domino Rally. I remember that. Do you remember that?
No,
it was just
not
a big domino
Rally.
game you would set up. Come on.
Mm-mm.
Crossfire. All right, next question.
Right now I'm lost. I see them talking about Care Bears. Yeah, Care Bears were cool, right?
Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln Logs were awesome. Okay, you know how expensive Lincoln Logs are now? Like OG Lincoln Logs.
Yeah, lumber's gone way up.
Ridiculous. Like the inflation on Lincoln Logs is ridiculous. I was trying to buy some for my nephew at Christmas. I looked at that. I was like, nope, sit and spin. Right, he's getting a sit and spin.
Melody says, why is it immediately a meteor? Right. Who knows? Could have been anything.
That's what they want you to believe, man.
Right.
That's what they want you to believe.
Dark Brain had Crossfire. Yes.
Oh, Cabbage Patch Kids. What about Garbage Pail? Remember
Garbage Pail Kids?
The little cards and stuff. Garbage
I had
Pail
the
Kids?
cards. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Right?
My mom used to work at Dirt Cheap. It's a little cigarette drugstore, and they
sold them. Yeah,
they sold them there.
Right. I love 90s toys. Right. 80s toys too.
You know what's so screwed up about the times? I used to go to work with my mom and help them stock cigarettes.
Right. Now somebody'd be calling children's services like, oh my God, this kid is in here stocking the cigarettes.
They would be smoking in the
store. Right.
And they always got free merchandise. So my lunchbox was a Newport lunchbox and I had like a Marlboro backpack. I had all like this cigarette branded merchandise for school.
Hell yeah.
As a kid, I had no idea. Like, I did no idea.
Ooh, Light Bright. I loved Light Bright. But the times have certainly changed, sir. The times have certainly changed. All right, guys. I got one for you, right? Since I like to go to the news for real conspiracies now. Conspiracists claim that Putin invaded Ukraine for what secret purpose that can be deduced by looking at the map of where he has launched attacks. Okay? So
Read that again,
one more
please.
time. Conspiracists claim that Putin invaded Ukraine for what secret purpose that can be deduced by looking at the map of where he has launched his attacks.
Okay, I think I know
Okay?
this.
Was it A, to steal parts of a Stargate? B, to take out the minions of the World Economic Forum? C, to take out U.S. biolabs? Or D, to collect information on Hunter Biden?
C.
Final answer? Right? Everybody's like, biolabs.
Right. Could
Right.
be Hunter Biden.
The future isn't what it used to be. Exactly better lately.
It's the biolabs that are producing Hunter Biden's crack.
Man, right? Oh, if he gets lab level crack, that's got to be some serious stuff, man.
Right. He hit the chemical plants. Yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah, guys, obviously it's the biolabs, right? This is crazy. You know, like I was talking about genetically tailored weaponry. Like, okay, so Russia has been tripping on the US about the biolabs in the area for a while now. Okay? Like, I don't know if you guys remember, like in what was it, like 2008, there was a big to do where Putin was swearing up and down that we were making, genetics, we have been taking genetic samples. I think we might have even talked about this on here, or I talked about it on Space Force News, taking genetic samples from the Russian people, but not the Ukrainian people, right? We were taking genetic samples from the Russian people. They were stockpiling them in Georgia and in the Ukraine and stuff. So the Ministry of Health for Ukraine and the Department of Defense for the US entered into an agreement in 2005 while G.W. Bush, right, good old Bush, was in office, right, to stem the threat of bioterrorism by placing safeguards on deadly pathogens dating from a Soviet era biological weapons program. Okay, this was according to the Chicago Tribune, right? Well, while the DoD's biological threat reduction program did provide funding to upgrade the labs in Ukraine, allegedly these facilities are operated by the Ukrainian government under Ukrainian law. Okay, so kind of like how we gave funding to Wuhan via Eco Health Alliance. I don't know, right? Right? So we provide the funding, but they're in charge, right? So therefore, fact checkers are like debunked, right? I'm like, hey, hold on, man, hold on, right? Tom Ford says Ukraine is not a country; it's a territory.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Mummify your ass, right? Yeah, so on several occasions, Russia has accused the U.S. and Ukraine of developing bioweapons close to its borders. In 2021, while talking about the inability of the World Health Organization to actually get to the origin of the COVID-19, Russian Security Council Secretary Nikolai Patrushev told Kommersant reporter that Russia believed the U.S. was developing bioweapons near its borders. He literally said, "You pay attention to the fact that in the world, more and more new biological laboratories under the control of the United States are growing by leaps and bounds. Moreover, by some strange coincidence, mainly at the Russian and Chinese borders," he said. He said that the U.S. claims that they work with local scientists to develop ways to fight dangerous pathogens, but what is really going on, nobody knows, right? And then when the guy was asked if he meant that Americans were developing biological weapons at those biolabs, he said, "We have a good reason to believe that this is the case." He said, "Not a day goes by at the headquarters for the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons in The Hague that the Americans and their allies do not come forward with another chapter of the anti-Russian chemical dossier." Like I said, there have been claims that they were taking genetic samples from various groups of Russian people to make genetically tailored weapons. There was a whole outcry in 2008 about biolabs in Georgia. Like he said, there are all these biolabs that are, you know, under the auspices of the United States that are on the Russian and Chinese borders. It just seems kind of crazy, right? But somebody on Twitter the other day had taken a map of where we have the biolabs and a map of where Putin had attacked and done an overlay. It was, it was pretty convincing.
The movie No Time to Die, the latest James Bond movie.
Yes.
It's about a bioweapon. And the facility is on an island in the middle of Japan and Russia, and it gets eventually blown up by missiles or whatever. And but
Oh, naturally.
it's a massive biolab. It's a massive biolab on an island that's so dangerous. Like any bit of it to leak out, it's just gonna like whatever. In the movie, that's how they present it anyway, as being like the most deadly thing ever. But it was specifically designed to target specific ethnicities and
Right.
races and DNA, and it could travel through people, and
Look
it
for
could
one genetic
right. So it would travel through
marker
everybody.
and attack that.
Right. And then at one point in the movie, James Bond gets it on him, and he's like, how do I get this off me? There's got to be a cure. He goes, you can't. He goes, once the nanobots are in your system, they're there for life. And,
Right? Ooh, nano weapons. Tom Ford says, my point is that they wouldn't take samples from Ukraine. It's the same pool of yes, the genetic pool would be extremely similar. But the Russians were the ones crying about it. Like, why are you taking from Russia and not taking from Ukraine? I get what you're saying completely. I'm with you. Uh, um, there's an island in Ukraine that had one just like it, and apparently it was destroyed by Putin. Are you talking about? Are we talking about Snake Island, Keystone? Tom Ford says correct about the new Bond movie.
right. Yeah, it's total disclosure.
Yeah, it was targeting bloodlines specifically and people individually. They can do that.
Right.
Like,
that's what
we have the technology.
that's what they're doing with this virus. There's no way that there's people out there making predictions like, oh, we think the next variant is going to target specifically Indian people. They said that. How would you know that unless you have a bioweapon that's designed to specifically target that race?
Super sus, man. Super sus. That's
Right.
But
All right, here we go.
Relegated to the realm of conspiracy theory for now, man.
In recent years, an unusually large number of strange sinkholes and craters began appearing in Siberia. After closer investigation, it appears that there is nothing natural about these holes at all. A nameless whistleblower has since came forward claiming that these holes are actually the result of what? A directed energy weapon. B, advanced tunnel boring technology. C, an ancient ET race emerging from stasis chambers. D, escape pods used by negative ET groups. I'll read that again. In recent years, an unusually large number of strange sinkholes and craters began appearing in Siberia. After a closer investigation, it appears that there is nothing natural about these holes at all. A nameless whistleblower has since come forward claiming that these holes are actually the result of what? A directed energy weapon. B, advanced tunnel boring technology. C, an ancient ET race emerging from stasis chambers. D, escape pods used by negative ET groups.
Man, Mary Maya says again, X-Files episode. That was the X-Files where they were emerging from stasis chambers, right? Or was that a different
Oh, I don't know. I just
show?
No, I don't know.
Oh, so that's
I
not
just-
the answer then, Tyler, huh?
That's not the
Huh?
answer. I just
Huh?
made that one up. So it's not. It's not.
You're like, I don't
C.
know, I just made that one up. Right?
Damn it, you caught me. Sorry, Keystone. Now these are big. There's actually PBS literally did a documentary like a week ago on these sinkholes.
In Siberia,
It's pretty wild. Yeah.
right?
It's a brand new. You can watch it on YouTube for free. It's like an
Ooh.
hour-long documentary on PBS. But the answer is escape pods.
Dun dun dun, dun.
Apparently, there's certain cabal elites, aka Dracos, who are trying to flee the planet before they're totally wiped out.
I assume that's not what the documentary said.
No, that's what the.
It'd be great if it was, though, right?
That's what the whistleblower said. He said if you look at them, he said it looks like, for one, it looks like something came out of the ground, but it was created like it's not natural at all. And there's like certain like perfect symmetrical holes and stuff in the walls of it. It's just, it's weird. It looks like something was launched out of the ground. That's what they look like.
I bet.
He said it's like literally they would just be like a craft, but they call them escape pods because that's what they're used for. According to this guy, who knows?
Right. Well, Tom Ford says I've seen the sinkholes pre-doc. The people are like, what the fuck? I bet they must look pretty crazy.
Right.
right?
They're not well, the thing is they're not actually sinkholes. They're just assuming that they're
Right?
sinkholes
They're not
because once the hole is
implosion
there,
holes, they're explosion holes, right?
right, but once the hole is there, it looks like a sinkhole because the surroundings start falling into it, right? Eventually. And so it looks like it was a sinkhole, but upon further investigation.
Upon further investigation, right? Conspiracy theorists have determined that it's really for escape pods,
Right.
right? Makes sense.
Floyd Ian said, I don't believe you.
My climate change, right? All right, all right. Let me see.
Aaron Caldwell, geez, another conspiracy?
I
Right?
know, I know.
Yeah.
You'd think we'd be talking about something useful around here, right? Um, let me see here. Okay. This one is kind of weird. I had never heard this. According to author Joseph Citro, Native Americans have been said to traditionally warn people away from Glastonbury Mountain in Vermont. For what reason? Thank you for the cookie, Florida girl. Much love
I
to
don't know,
you.
but I'm
The gold pills are
interested.
appreciated. Yeah, according to author Joseph Citro, Native Americans have been said to traditionally warn people away from Glastonbury Mountain in Vermont. For what reason? Is it A, history of alien abductions, B, vampires on the mountain, C, a man-eating rock, or D, cattle mutilations?
A, what
Final
was that?
answer?
A is the alien abductions.
Mm-hmm.
The only other thing I could think of is man-eating rock would be because people were going through like either a holographic entrance or a portal in the rock.
So which one is it? The abductions or?
I'm gonna go with A. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Do we have anybody watching that's from the Glastonbury Mountain area? Right.
A lot of people saying C. Maybe I should have went with that one.
Uh, Thanks, TII News. Yeah, it's much simpler that way. Um, let's see. No, Alara, we stopped discussing 80s toys like 10 minutes ago.
We can bring it back.
We can bring it back, right?
That's
There were so
perfectly
many
fine.
great toys, right? Uh, Mary Maya says all of them, right? The answer is man-eating rock. Obviously, the craziest sounding one.
I should have went with my
Right?
logical answer.
Man-eating
Yeah.
rock. I'm like, what? I told you I've been looking at these conspiracy theory icebergs, and it said all it said was man-eating rock. I'm like, what the hell kind of conspiracy is this? I look it up and I'm like, oh, okay, right? What? So this guy, this Joseph Citro guy, he originated something called the Bennington Triangle theory, which, as it obviously sounds, is similar to like the Bermuda Triangle. This is relative to his attempt to document and explain there were 5 mysterious disappearances of people that went up on this mountain, right? Since 1945, all on Glastonbury Mountain disappeared. They only ever found one body, and it washed up like way far away from wherever it was supposed to be. So this Citro guy notes in his novel Shadow Child, um, on this area of Glastonbury Mountain, right, which apparently is now called Green Mountain, and has long been known through Native American culture as a strange and dangerous place that's to be avoided at all costs. This guy apparently writes about the Algonquin people who have been there since like 8500 BCE, according to this guy. They've given him a unique insight into the dark nature of the mountain. But so this man-eating rock on Glastonbury Mountain is mentioned in the Vermont Monster Guide, right? And it's supposed to be exactly what it sounds like, a rock that eats people, right? Nobody alive has seen this dangerous anomaly on the mountain. Native Americans knew of it and warned people away, he says. We can only imagine it as a sizable rock, large enough to stand on, but when somebody stands on it, like you said, Tyler, the rock becomes less solid. And like a living thing, it just appears to swallow the trespasser,
It's
right?
either
A portal or of something or some sort of
well,
holographic entrance,
all the
right?
ancient stargates were in a rock wall. So
See, exactly. So he thinks maybe these people that mysteriously vanished stepped on this rock and just disappeared. But I did
right.
not know. So now I am interested.
let's go and try it.
To know, yes, to go find this
At this
man-eating
point,
rock.
like, what do you got? Like, you got this pay taxes or go explore a man-eating rock
I
and
know,
not pay
right?
taxes?
I'd much rather just go check
Right.
this rock thing out and say
Like,
F it all, right?
oh,
Yeah,
that's where I mean, like, what do you got to lose within trying anything nowadays?
right,
Yeah.
exactly. Hungry Hungry Hippo was awesome, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, that
The
was
new
awesome.
the new versions of it are cheap as fuck though, and they
Yeah, not
suck.
the same. Not the
Yeah.
same.
Like you can't slam it like you used to.
No,
Now,
right, like
the whole
wham.
board fly is like a little. It might as well be as light as a feather. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't make
Yeah.
things like they used to, man.
No, of course not. Yeah, somebody posted a meme the other day, like a 1940s refrigerator is still running today, and then your regular refrigerator dies
Dies
in
in a
2 years.
yeah, right. Some shenanigans, planned obsolescence. Frightening Me says missing 411. Getting stuck in a rock would suck. Yeah, but not if you're not really stuck in the rock. Like if you just pass through to go to some awesome new place.
Right.
You go prepared, like you go fully expecting to be swallowed by this rock, right?
Hopefully it's awesome place.
Yeah, hopefully it's awesome. It could be the lizards and it could totally suck,
Right.
right?
Yeah, but basically everything totally sucks right now. So let's just like
Right.
if it's gonna totally suck, like let me at least explore an underground civilization that I didn't know existed.
Right? Just give me a minute, right, before you
Right.
start with the stuff that sucks. Like let me at least
Yeah.
figure out what's going on here and then,
Right.
I will give it up. Like
Like, well, you don't have to hurt me. I'm on your side to start bullshitting.
right. Hold on, man. I got you. I'm all about the
Yeah.
lizards, man.
Yeah.
I love you guys. You guys are awesome.
Okay.
Right? Whatever
Right.
works. Whatever works.
Come on. That's the fist bump to the tailbone.
Right?
All
MREs
right.
and water, exactly, right? Ammo, not that shooting it out with the lizards would be very good, but I'll try. I mean, I will try. Don't get me wrong. A rocky situation.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
All right, here we go. This is my last question. An online study voted this to be the most ridiculous conspiracy theory of 2021.
Oh boy.
A, mask prevent the transmission of a virus. B, 6-foot social distancing keeps us safe from infection.
Hmm.
C, the government is just trying to protect us. Or D, big pharma can be trusted.
Oh man, those are all pretty strong contenders, dude.
And here's the deal. All these are from the same list, but one of them is number 1 on the list as most ridiculous conspiracy theory of 2021.
Those are definitely all good
masks,
contenders.
Masks prevent the transmission of a virus. B, 6-foot social distancing keeps us safe from infection. C, the government is just trying to protect us. D, big pharma can be trusted.
Man, that's hard. It's a toss up for me between C and D.
So if anybody watched my episode with Laura Eisenhower today, they'll know the answer because we talked about
Oh,
this.
did you?
So we have D's, A's, C's. Shoot me some info. A, D. The answer is D.
Yeah, buddy.
Big pharma can be trusted is the most ridiculous conspiracy theory.
That is definitely a conspiracy theory, man.
Well, it's funny the way this website presented all the COVID information as conspiracy theories.
What website was this?
Maybe I have it pulled up. Actually, I do. They said all across the home of the brave, there are tinfoil hat lunatics who openly believe that pharmaceutical corporations have our best interest at heart.
Yes.
These same folks also actually trust the doctors who regularly accept big pharma bribes.
Right.
Don't
blame tinfoil hat lunatics, though, man. Let's leave the tinfoil hats out of it. But that's definitely a horrible conspiracy theory that you can trust big pharma. Karen Caldwell says, "Where was your interview?" I saw the link for it on Twitter.
On Laura Eisenhower's YouTube channel.
Ah.
Yeah, she had Aaron and I on today. We talked about the conference and just all kinds of stuff happening right now. It was awesome, actually.
Man.
It was really cool. And if you haven't bought tickets, come hang out.
Yeah. Secretspaceconference.info, guys.
It's gonna be
Oh,
awesome.
thank
We
you,
just
Wonder Mod.
we
No, no,
just
no.
added what?
Wonder Mod, not familyoflight.info. It's secretspaceconference.info. Family of Light was the last one.
Oh, we put the wrong. Yeah.
Right.
Right. Debbie Rosh put the same thing. Yeah. No, it's secretspaceconference.info. And we just added Matthew Mornian. He's going to be doing some private sessions. So is Ivan Teller. There's going to be, outside of the speakers, there's going to be a lot of amazing people there who also all could be and should be speaking if we had the time. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, buddy. It'll be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
Let's change it to aluminum fedora. Okay.
Aluminum fedora. I like that. I'm
Right.
Italian. I can rock a fedora. I'm with it.
Did you see somebody put a sign next to the aluminum foil in the store? It said each box free hat.
Free
inside
hat
of each
included,
box?
right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Right? It's total selling point. Total selling point.
Make a tinfoil palace.
Right. I like that aluminum fedora. I could rock that. All right.
That's it. Loyal to the aluminum fedora.
Right. Loyal to the
Alara to the Alara fedora. That's all.
Alara fedora. No. Wait.
No, it doesn't work. It rhymes. That's all.
Also check out joebiden.info. It's totally his actual website. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Right. Totally his actual website, man. Definitely go check that out.
Let's do una más.
Okay, one more. We'll do one more. Yeah. All right. Now, we've talked about the Book of Enoch before here. This is a little bit different, okay? According to the Book of Enoch, a group of angels called Watchers taught humans a trove of unholy concepts, and God imprisoned them deep inside the earth as punishment. Now, according to conspiracy theorist Stephen Ben-Noon, where are the Watchers imprisoned? Okay, now this is according to Stephen Ben-Noon, okay?
In the sinkholes in Siberia.
Clearly. Yeah, is it A, Mount Hebron, B, Antarctica, C, beneath the Red Sea, or D, Madagascar?
I'm going to guess Antarctica. I really don't know, but we hear lots of tales about Antarctica, so it's always suspect.
Right. All right, let's see, guys. So this is according to conspiracy theorist Stephen Ben-Noon. Where are the Watchers in prison? Yeah, a Loyal Rock's original tinfoil, actually. Just so you guys know. Jimmy James. Right. Let's see. I'm seeing B, A, B. Oh, Truth Quest with Aaron Moriarty says going live in 40 minutes. Interview with Jackie Glatz. So go, if you haven't gone over to check out his channel or subscribed on YouTube, go do that. Awesome dude. Awesome info. Go check him out. The answer is yes, guys. It's Antarctica. It's Antarctica, obviously. Right? Obviously, they're imprisoned in Antarctica. So apparently, after the Watchers, their wives, and the Nephilims, the Nephilim brought humans this unholy knowledge. Right? God was mad. He was big mad. And according to the Book of Enoch, righteous angels came to earth to fight the fallen angels, and they were defeated. Right? The Watchers were defeated, the evil ones. Right? So as a punishment, they were shackled and banished by God to Tartarus, a prison where they await their redemption. According to Bible scholar and conservative activist Stephen Ben-Noon, Tartarus may be located deep beneath Antarctica. Right? Now, what's interesting is that there have been a lot of anomalies found, obviously, on Antarctica, right? So in 2006, NASA announced that it found an electromagnetic anomaly that stretches 151 miles across the Wilkes Land area of Antarctica, right? This unknown mass is generally thought to be contained in a 300-mile wide impact crater, right? From where they got smacked down, apparently, right? Now, Stephen Ben-Noon believes this is where the fallen angels are imprisoned. So this guy is a commentator for Israeli News Live YouTube channel. And he believes the massive object in the Antarctic ice that is causing this horrible gravitational disturbance is actually the fallen angels and their offspring, which have been imprisoned by God, but they're still alive down there, and they're pissed. All right? Right? And then he, of course, cites Enoch to bolster his theory. And he gives a lot. He gives a lot of evidence for for his beliefs. So
Well, yeah,
maybe,
that's according to some, like there's the ancient UFO wrecks down there with beings in the UFOs in stasis still, and they're the ancient builder race.
yeah,
It's
man,
just it's the same story, just different words,
different
different
interpretations,
vocabulary.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
different vocabulary. But either way, that is a common theory that there are stasis beings, either the
Some
fallen
kind of, right,
angels or the
something,
ain't or were the fallen angels the ancient builder race, and it's just two ways to describe them.
right? I mean, I've even, people that have come with some research swearing that that's where, Atlantis, the ruins of Atlantis are there. Maybe there are people, beings trapped in stasis there from Atlantis. Like, there's all
Mhm.
sorts. The one thing that is clear is that a lot of people agree that there's something crazy going on with Antarctica. I mean, why else would they have, like, of all the places in the world where everybody just agreed not to go screw shit up, it's down there? Like, all of the
Right.
countries were
Well,
like, okay, all right, so like we can do whatever wherever else, but just right here, we're just gonna not, and
right.
we're gonna keep it super secret, right? Everything's super secret.
Well, everything, all of the above happens in Antarctica, right? We hear of stargates, like we hear when we hear Antarctica, we hear like that's the central hub for space programs. Whatever I'm trying to say. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? I hate when that happens. Anyway, we got pyramids down there. We got underground bases. We have
Yeah,
wrecked UFOs. We have stasis beings. We have ancient civilizations. Whatever is it, entrance to Hollow Earth.
everything, anything and everything.
Everything, everything is in Antarctica. Yeah.
Everything is in Antarctica, right? Tom Ford says he's heard a whole lot about this, that he's known pilots who've flown over down there and the instruments go useless. Like, there's a
Right.
big gravitational anomaly. Clearly something weird is, going on there. And then, like, I mean, just look at what Google Earth hides. Like, the people will find like pyramids and this and that and the other, like, starting to come
Well,
through the melting ice, and then they just
the
whitewash
anom
the whole
yeah,
thing.
exactly. And the space operations. That's the word I couldn't think of. Operations.
Operations. It's a tough
The
word, man.
essential hub for space operations on the planet. Anyway, the reason one of the reasons for one of the theories for the magnetic anomaly is because we're on the Earth's crust, the gravity is below us. But if the hollow Earth in the hollow Earth theory, the gravity is in the crust,
Right.
it's a gravity belt in the crust. Well, if you have a hole and you go through that hole, instead of gravity just being on one side of you, now it's surrounding you. So the instrument spins inside of that hole because the gravity belt is literally all
All
around you
around you.
until you go through the hole. Then it flips.
Seems legit, man. Seems
It really
legit,
does.
right? What what happened, Forest friend? My dog left me for my neighbor. Aw, I'm sorry. Right? Uh, she liked it. It happens. It happens. Let me go do the scratching on Foxhole. So if you have any more gold pills you want to throw, guys, now is the time. And for those of you watching on YouTube that are unfamiliar with the Foxhole, this is the Foxhole. It's an awesome place where people can say whatever they want and not get in trouble. You should definitely go over here and make the free account. There are a ton of good creators. Severe's over here. Obviously, Alara and I have channels here.
We're
Quite
at,
quite frankly,
Journey to Truth is there, but we haven't posted there in a long time.
Journey to Truth, right? Like Reasonable TV. Like, look, there's a ton of good people over here. Salty Cracker, you guys check it out. Come over here and make the account, man. Um,
We need to. I was having trouble with it at one point and I gave up on it and I don't know why I just stopped it. We should utilize it.
yeah, Foxhole's awesome. The Foxhole peeps
Right.
are
No, I
awesome.
agree. I agree. It is awesome.
So there should be a scratching for whatever it does for you guys there. You can go grab it. Thank you for the can, Allison. All right. What else? Anything you want to tell us about this week or no?
No.
Nope, of course not. Tyler's
Uh,
tired and ready to go, right?
um yeah. Just thank you guys for all the support and thanks for hanging out. We love you all. And have
Yeah,
a
we
great
love you. What else? Uh, guys, don't forget Sunday night, 9 p.m. Space Force News Live on 1 Foot in 5D. I hope to see you all there. And until next time, man.
until next time. I finally watched the TR3B documentary.
Oh, did you finally watch it? Good for
It
you.
was, Right. It was good.
I thought
It's-
so.
Right. Especially for anyone coming into it who's skeptical.
Yeah, it's a good overview.
Right. And I love the symbolism that they broke down. And they showed how that red vector
Hmm.
is all over the place in symbol and
Yes, logos and everything.
logos. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's what I was. That's what I was talking about. Like,
Right,
whatever
I know.
reason.
I know.
Um,
I know what
mhm.
that means.
It was whatever, right? That's what I was talking about that one time when I was talking about
No
that one
yawning
thing.
in the live feed, Tyler. Too bad.
I know, right? Right.
Too bad.
Uh,
On.
There was guys, I did a video on what is going on with the drug policy in this country. I put it up the other day. Nobody saw it. So take 30 minutes and go over and watch it.
I had no idea you put it up either.
Well, because I kind of randomly did it. I hadn't done one of those videos in a while like that, so I went ahead and did it on the fly, and I didn't tell anybody.
Ascension Diaries. Thank you. What's up, Alexis? Thank
Okay,
you.
Thumper Rose.
Thank you for your wonderful space weather updates.
Yeah, hey,
And
Alexis. Good to see you.
Her and Jace will be at the conference. also.
Ooh, awesome. Thank you,
Yeah,
Life
they're
of
gonna-
Brian, for the can.
They're going to be there with their Divine Sovereign Beings table, and they're going to be doing whatever the hell they want to do. Just come hang out.
Awesome. Awesome. This sounds like an awesome plan.
All right.
No, TR3B. It was called Rise of the TR3B.
Called
Vader.
Secret Space, The Rise of the TR3.
Yeah. You can find it on Amazon. Alara is in it, as a matter of fact.
Actually, and her segment was very good.
Yeah, right?
I'm proud
Good
of you, Laura,
footage?
if you're listening. It was good footage, and it was very professional. I was like, man, she did good.
Right, she did. She did. All right, Tom Ford, I see you. Good night. All right, let me turn this here music off. Much love, guys.
Tyler, come on my show for an interview, and you, Loyal. That was Truth Quest, Aaron Moore.
Oh, awesome. I love Aaron. We should do that, Tyler.
Yeah.